Alright, so I recently purchased the CL Project Design 7075 aluminium slide and frame set for the KJ Works or ASG Shadow 2 6mm airsoft pistol. I assembled two of them today. This one two-tone, so black slide, silver frame, and this one all silver slide, silver frame, which I've put the CL Project Design red dot mount and a red dot sight on there. Just let you see those. So both of these guns have full CL Project Design internals, so that's the inner barrel, hop-up rubber, the fixed aluminium outer barrel, aluminium front sight, the aluminium lightweight piston, the piston head, the aluminium trigger, the aluminium mag release button, the aluminium grips, steel trigger bar, steel disconnector, and the modified CLPD modified hammer housing as well. So I just want to talk about some of the relatively minor issues I had with these assembling these pistols and some things you need to be aware of. So first thing, I will show you in the silver one, the extractor, external extractor is a separate piece, and it has to be glued in. It just normally press fits in, but that's not secure enough. It's gonna come out when you're shooting. So you need to use super glue or some other type of method of sticking it in. Now, how secure that's going to be in the long term, I don't know. I've maybe shot 100 test shots today. I'm going to take these guns shooting in a couple of days at the range and probably put about 500-600 rounds through them, target shooting. So we'll see. Other issues are some of the holes for the pins on these aluminium frames are not as tight as the KJ Works zinc frames. Mainly the hole for the trigger pin here and the hole for this pin. In fact, I had the trigger pin come out when I was test firing. It's that loose. So what I did with these two pins, I took them out, I coated them with super glue, let the super glue dry before I put them back in. That slightly increases the diameter of the pins, gives you a bit more friction. Hammered them back in, and so far they're quite nice and tight, but that's just something you need to be aware of. There were no real fitment issues with assembling the guns, apart from the trigger bar. The guns went together pretty easily. So the only area that you really might need to modify is this area, these two kind of ears that stick up here and here, here and here on the trigger bar, because the tolerances of the fitment of the slide and the frame on the CLPD slide and frame is a bit tighter than the KJ. You can find this part of the trigger bar may rub against the slide and prevent it from moving freely. So what I did, I had to, on this one not so much, this one went together fairly without a hitch, but on the black one I had to take out the trigger bar, use a Dremel, grind down the tops of the two ears slightly, polish them. It was kind of trial and error test fit. Grinded them, polished, put it back in, tested it. The slide was still a bit sluggish, took it out again, ground them down some more, polished them some more, put it back in again, tested. Did that 3 times before I got the slide on this one. So well, I'm happy with it. I'm not going to do any test fire for this video now because it's already past 1 AM in the morning and my wife is sleeping, so she's probably going to kill me if I start shooting, but I will do a shooting video either tomorrow or when I go to the range. Alright, that's it. I'm fairly happy with this. The only other issue I can think of is that the weight of these guns is much lighter, probably about 200 and something grams lighter when fully assembled than a factory KJ Works Shadow 2. So if you like the weight of the KJ Works Shadow 2, because it is fairly close to the real steel weight, you might not like these so much. What I do like about these, though, is obviously the anodized aluminium finish should be much more durable than the really, to be honest, shitty paint finish on the KJ Shadow 2. It's a pet peeve of mine, the finish on the standard Shadow 2, is I always say that the paint flakes off if you look at it wrongly. I know you can Cerakote a KJ Works Shadow 2, and I've done that. But these do have really nice finish, and of course you have full trades on these. These are fully licensed by both CZ or CZ, depending on where in the world you're from, and also by ASG. Anyway, that's it for the moment.